Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Is everything okay? I'm on Bluetooth. I don't want to be on Bluetooth. Oh, everything looks to be fine. So yeah, last time uh, I said earlier today that I had to interrupt my streaming because I had to go out, and I said I might be back. So I'm here back, and I want to finish the problem that I started. Solve the problem that I started. The problem I started. Okay. Anyway, um, let's see. I'm not gonna announce anything. I'm just gonna combine these two streams and publish them like that, so that it seems like it was one video, because I kind of interrupted it in a really weird way. So yeah, welcome back. The task of today's let me just kill other stuff. Give me a sec. All right. So yeah, today's second stream, which is stream number 4. I'm not going to call it stream number 5 because I treat it as the same stream, although there was 3 hours of pause. But it is the same stream because I'm just continuing off where I left. And the task of this one is to comptimize input, as I said. So what am I trying to do here? Basically, what I'm trying to do here is turn this, and this into a single point of where I can write stuff. To combine them into one thing, right? Because right now, what happens is that I have the input state where I have to define all the parameters. I have to say bool equals false, and then in each of the input event processing points, I have to check if the input is down and which key code is being pressed, and I need to define these key codes, set them to true, and then this is on down, on pressed, and when the key is released, I have to set all these to false, right? And I have all these things repeated, and I repeat these field values 3 times. So I said, since Zig has beautiful, wonderful meta-programming called comptime, I should turn all of these into a single thing with comptime. And this is completely possible because you can actually build structs with arbitrary number of fields at comptime. And so I wanted to do that, but then I got stuck. I thought I'm gonna finish it much earlier, but I got stuck with errors and stuff that I didn't plan, because this is my first time trying to do this. So yeah, I didn't turn on the chat. Maybe there's somebody. Oh, hello. I joined 5 seconds after you started. Great. You streamed a lot of today. Also, did you do your San Andreas mission for today? No, I didn't. I didn't actually do San Andreas, unfortunately. All right. So, I didn't do it for some time now. Oh, okay, nothing. I thought. I didn't do it in like 2 weeks or something like that. Yeah, I should go back to playing San Andreas as well. Yeah, I have some weird problem on my PC, on my Windows PC, where it won't connect to the internet at all. And I have absolutely no idea what's going on. It's the weirdest thing I ever encountered. The internet just uh, decides not to work suddenly. And like it's on the same Wi-Fi. It's not even Wi-Fi. Even on the cable, it works fine. I mean, it doesn't work. It's connected to the router. I restarted the router. I restarted the computer. I uninstalled all the drivers, Windows, reinstalled the drivers. I tried everything, and it connects to the local network, but then it just says no internet, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And everything else on the same router has internet, so I'm just completely confused. Anyway, continuing off the last stream. Yeah, let me actually share what I did. Mm, okay, yeah, let me just announce. And switch back to chat. Okay, so anyway, where did we leave earlier today? So I managed to create, I made an input map struct, which just maps a value, well, it's not a field, it's a declaration. It's a const declaration of each of the actions, and then they map to the key. So throttle up key is W, throttle down key is S, and so on. And here's the thing. I was thinking that I'm going to make another struct, which in this case I call it the input state, and this input state struct is the generic type. So meaning that I return it in this comptime function. So at comptime, I want to actually create a type that will have all these fields. Well, I wanted to make declarations, but it didn't work. So I want to have a type that has all these declarations, but instead of which key it should be, it's going to have bool, which is the state, and then I can loop through this state and do everything else, and make it true or false depending on when the key is pressed or not. So what I intended to do is actually to take these input map declarations and turn them into a new struct that has state declarations, right? So basically create a new struct. Turns out that I don't think you can create declarations at runtime. At least, sorry, not runtime. I keep saying runtime, but I mean comptime. So I don't think there is a way to do it at comptime because declaration struct only has a name parameter and doesn't have anything else. Doesn't have a type. You can't infer anything from this. You just have declaration and that's it. On the other side, struct fields have everything you need. Let's go there. They have a type, they have the alignment, they have whether it's comptime or not, they have a default value and stuff like that. And I want to create so instead of going for declarations, for creating a type of declarations, I decided instead to create a new type which has fields. So instead of const declarations, I'm going to have fields. So I'm gonna. So yeah, I got stuck here at the error use of undefined value here causes illegal behavior, and I just was completely confused, like what the hell does that mean? And then I abandoned it and I said, God, my friend is waiting for me and I have to go. So I killed the stream, and now I'm back to fix this issue. Hello, two-step. Oh, long time no see you. That's cool. Nice to see you. Good day. Yeah, can't generate declarations with type-only fields. Yeah, unfortunate. I would love to be able to have to create declarations, because this is a one-time thing. There's going to be one thing that exists during the lifetime of the game. So yeah, there's no need to have multiple input states. But yeah, fields are fine. You know, I just kind of don't want to write them 3 times like I do now. So yeah, my real point is to just not have to write it here, not have to write it here, and then not have to write this here. So instead of writing it 3 times, I just want to write it once and just map a name to the key, and that's it, and everything else should work correctly. So I think I actually figured out that error means some fields aren't in it. I know. and now looking back at it, I opened this project, I looked at it, and I figured out. I think I figured out. So let's try. So use of undefined value there causes illegal. So inside here, the weird thing is that the error doesn't actually show us where. It just puts the error here, and it says use of undefined value causes illegal behavior. But here, where do I undefine something? Da-da-da-da, there it is. So yeah, when I'm creating these state fields, I actually create them as undefined, and this must be the problem, because there they are. So instead of error showing it here, it would be really nice if it showed it here. So I think that's the one, because there it is, it's undefined, and I think the compiler is just confused. So, well, first off, let's try creating a 0 in it. I think that's also kind of fishy and might not work. So stdmem zeros, and instead of undefined, but that's probably not good either. Let's see, is ZLS going to build, or do I have to build? Okay, let's try building. So yeah, what are you generating at comptime, by the way? It seems like this could be a regular struct. I'm just generating, yeah, what I want to generate is bools. So for each of these key bindings, right, that I have, I only have a map of what should be the name of it and the key. And I want to generate bool so that I can track whether they're pressed or not. And I kind of don't want to add another value here as saying like bool, right? I want to create a new struct that has the states. So there's like 2 structs. There's the input state, which I generate, and the input map, which just maps the values to, yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to do. Yeah, wait, there was something. Yep, there was an error. Can set a type to 0. Aha, I see. Yeah, of course, that kind of makes sense. Can be a you know what? Maybe the problem is here, because fields. I see. So here's the thing. I think that this resolves to, I think this undefined here is fine. What if I do comptime? I think it's gonna be comptime anyway. But I don't think that's the problem. Yeah, the problem is that the compiler needs to see that this field at some point is going to be defined, right? That's the thing. Expected. Oh, I made made a syntax error. Yeah, use of undefined value here causes illegal behavior. We still have the same problem, and yeah, there it is. And I think it's just because I'm not fully defining the field. So yeah, let's do in this multi-object loop, instead of doing the field, let's actually yeah, there you go. We have 3 more parameters which we're not initializing. So let me just assign it like this. I'm gonna use decl name. What do we have? We have field type, which is going to be bool. We have alignment, which I guess is going to be a line of bool. We have default value pointer. Why is there a defined value pointer? What if I just bool? Is that gonna work? Ah, yeah, this should actually be a pointer to false. This doesn't make any sense at all. Is comptime? It's false. And let's put a comma so that, yeah, like this. There we go. And let's delete these ones. Decl name does not support struct initialization syntax. Ah, the pointer doesn't support. So, of course, yeah, this needs to be dereferenced. Seems like there's no errors now. Why are you generating? Yeah, undefined is fine, but you should do field equals. There you go. To make sure you init all of the fields. Fields. That feels so wrong to say. Fields feels bad. Okay, well, let's see. Now it's not complaining about undefined anymore. No field named up instruct input state. Hey, wait. This error comes when being used. I think we did it. I think we did it. Yes. Well, this now doesn't exist, so I don't think there's up anymore. There's throttle up. Yeah. So we have to use throttle up instead. So let's see. Is it gonna build? Oh my god! Hey, it builds. So there we go. We managed to do it. Finally. After such a long time. Okay, so we have the map and we have the new input state. And so let's just nuke everything now. Let's just nuke the old way of doing things. We don't have up, down, left, right. We don't have anything. Or maybe I should I? Yeah, this was a test of. By the way, two-step. Do you know what is the easiest way to invoke a comptime thing? Because you can't call functions here outside. I guess you need to invoke them at some point. But yeah, maybe you can just return a type and then do const something. I don't know. And I guess it needs to be used, so that's the problem. I was trying to invoke a compile error, and it never happened because in my generic type, it never actually was called because it was never used. But yeah, you have to use something to be for compiling unreachable code. Okay, so this now is a super fast thing. Yeah, one thing is like so here's comptime foo at top level at by oh there's a comptime block. I completely forgot about that. Nice. So you can actually do this, right? And call anything at comp time outside of actual functions. So I don't have to do it here. Right? And is compile time error now going to be invoked? Hello there. There it is. Hello there. Cool. Okay, so this is how you invoke a comp time. So if I didn't have this, right, there would be no compile error because something is never invoked. Great. Cool. Okay, yeah, so this is how I could debug the input state as well by just creating the type. All right. Thanks for that. This is really I completely forgot about comp time blocks. Yeah, need to remember that. Cool. Okay, so now that we have this, yeah. Also, I had yeah, one annoying thing that I was trying to do on the previous stream was I was trying to debug, like for example this thing, how many declarations is there, and yeah, like for some reason it didn't want to work. But is it gonna work now? No. Yeah. Ah, yeah, right. Because it's like expecting type, and then you have to do the comp time print or something. And then it was like really annoying me to just convert one number, to just debug one number at comp time. Okay, now it's gonna work. Yeah, there it is. Okay, 8. So yeah, when you want to just debug a number, you know, a few things. Comp time log is good for that. Comp time log. I never actually used comp time log, and this function prints the argument space. It's a multiple parameter thing. This function can be used to do printf debugging on compile time executing code. This is exactly what I need. All right. So yeah, I could have done this. Found compile. Oh no, it doesn't show the output. Found compile time log statement. Oh, fuck you. Oh no. Found compile time log statement, but it doesn't actually show you what it is. Is it actually format, or is it just like do I have to do like something like that? Found compile time log statement. It's still not showing anything. Maybe you have to run in terminal. Works, but the output takes some getting used to. Yeah, I guess you need to do it. You have to build. But yeah, this is super slow. Much faster. Okay, well, found compile time log statement, but it doesn't even say what the value is. There it is. Use size 8. Okay, yeah. Well, this is completely useless. I want to see it in live being compiled, right? So yeah, I think compile error is much actually better, except that you need to do comp time print for everything. Yeah, as I did here, except that I was like, and what was this? Comp time print. Oh yeah, I was just like comp time print outside. Yeah, if you do this, you get a value right away. It's at the bottom. I'm guessing the error matching doesn't know parse that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it keep it with this. The annoying thing is that you have to use comptime print, I guess, for outputting the numbers. But yeah, anyway, I don't have to do that. Yeah, one thing that I actually like Visual Studio for is that when you're coding like C++, anything that is compile time known, you can actually hover over it and it's gonna tell you. Like if I just hovered in Visual Studio, if you have this like const decals num, and if this is like const a const expression, you could just do this, hover over the variable, and it will tell you 8 here. And my God, it's so good. So yeah, anything that is compile time known, it will actually output right away. But yeah, here I have to do something like that. Something. Okay, let me actually put this in. Let me actually commit this. What is this? Oh, these are some. Yeah, this is not. This is getch, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna kill that one. I'm gonna kill that one. Let's do lazy get here, and let's do this intermediate. What is it? Started comptimizing input. There it is. And now we're gonna finish it. So yeah, let's since this now compiles, right? Let me see if the game actually works. Zigbuild rim. There it is. It does actually still work. Okay, good. So now that we have that, let's nuke everything here in the input state. And instead of this, let's call input state to input state. Yeah, so now we have everything that we needed, except that here it is, no field name uppressed in struct input state. So this is going to be now what is it? It's not pressed anymore. It's throttle up. Yeah, throttle up. Oh yeah, we don't have. Yeah, this is throttle up. We don't have throttle down. But yeah, we can actually put it throttle down. Huh. And then cannot assign to a constant. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a field, it's not a constant. Input state. This is constant. God damn it. Yeah, of course. The field, the struct needs to be variable. But there it is. It's not complaining anymore, except that we have all the names here. Pitch down, pitch up, roll left. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? I could do this, and we still have 2 different places, 3 different places where we can do. And this is what exactly I was trying to avoid. So instead of doing this, here is what we're gonna do, right? Instead of having in each individual thing that I have to copy from here to here to here, let's just loop through all the struct members and do what must be done. And yes, you heard me correctly. Zig can actually, in Zig, you can loop through the struct fields. So instead of doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say std meta fields, right? Field names fields, either type of comptime type. If I remember correctly, I think it's this one. And we're gonna take the type of type info, right? And okay, you have to switch on as well, but that should return it returns a different types, right? And in my case, that these are all going to be bools. So yeah, I'm gonna do a for loop through all the fields of input state, or I can just say type of input state, and I'm gonna capture these, and I'm gonna say this is a field, and let's see, binary operator has white space on one side but not the other. Okay. Oh wait, there's not enough brackets. Unused capture, and for each of the fields I can take I should be able to take a name. Right, why is it not working? But yeah, I also need to change the field, well, at least the value. Meta field names would work here too. Field names, okay. But yeah, I actually want to, what do I actually want? I need to do two things. I need to grab the keys from here, from the input. So I need to grab the declarations as well. And then I need to take all the fields of this. So I have to do this twice. So yeah, I will actually have to loop through the declarations again. But here's the thing. Can I actually loop through declarations? Or do I just... Yeah, I should be able to do that, right? But here's the thing. I have to do it in the inline for, of course, because it wouldn't work for... because this is static reflection. And it's probably the reason why ZLS is not working. No, it still is not working. Expected pointer to reference optional unwrapper field access. Found close the bracket. What the hell is going on here? Can I take declarations again? Like this ones. But yeah, this is not going to be at comp time. Wait, where is this beautiful magical loop through loop? Yeah, there was this like loop through struct, zig loop through struct that I was showing earlier. Zig iterate over struct fields. Yeah, this is the gist where I fell in love with Zig, because I realized that you can loop through fields. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, it's the same thing, right? You take the F, you can get the name. I don't know why ZLS is not working for it. Expect your point. Maybe it's confused because the type itself is being created at compile time. Yeah, but this should work. And you can get a field itself as a value, right? inline 4. Yeah, so the field itself, use type info t struct instead. Maybe ZLS works better with that. ZLS has weak comp time evaluation. Yeah, I got that. One thing where Visual Studio is good is like const expr with C++. It's like it's really good. It does all the evaluation at comp time. Anyway, yeah, let's try with the fields. So I don't actually want to grab names. I want to take these public declarations as well. So can I put these outside? Let's put these outside. Will this work? Even though it's not in the context, in the comp time context. And then I can just take this as a parameter. I wonder. Or yeah, let me just repeat it here. Okay, so decals. I'm going to loop through all the decals, and I'm going to loop through all the fields of the input state, and we have here decals and the field. And what I need to do for each of these is that if EV type is keyed down, then I need to get the, well, yeah, here's the problem, right? I need to find I need to get the value of this declaration. So how do I do that? How do you get a value of a declaration? Is that even possible? Because it only has name. Active tag, alignment, declaration info. There is a thing called declaration info. I didn't even know that. Yes, move decals to top level is fine. Hopefully ZLS ZLS gets better someday when the compiler server is done. Add field x decal name. Aha, okay, so field actually takes a struct, right? This is a struct. Oh, there's lightning outside. Field. Wait a minute. The any type is the struct, right? So it should be input state, I guess. And then we have the field name, which in my case is the field name. And then you get the value, I guess. Performs field access by a compile time string. All right. So, and it works on declarations as well. Okay. So I can actually grab the key from the declaration. So what is exactly the type? SAPP key code. So let's say const key is as a key code. I'm gonna grab a field. Let's do the type, of course, is input map. and the name is field.name. Okay, yeah, so I don't have to loop through declarations. Not input state, it has no decals. Need the other thing. Field works on types too. Yeah, so I don't think that we actually need a decal here. Because I can just loop through. I can just grab them from the input map. Unused local constant. Yeah, of course. And decals is also unused. So yeah, for the key, I'm going to check if EV type is key code. And then incompatible types, event type. Yeah, it's not the type, it's the key code. So if it is the key, then I need to grab the, so you grab the field, and this returns the field, right? And then you can take the value. Can you actually like dot value or something? What do you actually grab? You get a performs field access by a compile time string. So can I change the field? Field type, field name. So this grabs the value, I guess. So maybe I can just do equals true. Is that gonna work? Struct main input state has no member throttle up. How does it not have throttle up when it should have? So here now, is there some kind of a, yeah, so I was wondering actually, does comptime have some kind of order of declarations? Because I have to create the input state first, and then input state needs to be used. Struct main input state has no member throttle up. How is that possible? Is it maybe because it's not public? But everything should be public. Yeah, all the fields are public. So that doesn't work. Here, a two-step says add fields X name is true. Yeah, I did that. You're using input state instead of input state. Oh, so yeah, it actually wants not the type, but the instance. Is that it? Looks like it. And let's do if ev key code. Oh yeah, I have to do it for the other thing. Yeah, if this is the key, and I have to say if ev key ev type is key down, you make it true, and if ev type is key up, well, I could actually switch on that. Switch on the ev type. There is no auto completion for that. And if key down, I'm gonna say this. And we could have even used the ternary operator. But okay, like, because it's either down or up. I feel like switch is like the preferred way to do things in Zig. All right. Switch must handle all possibilities, of course. I'm gonna say else do nothing. What are all the possible things though. I didn't even know. Event type. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Invalid. Mouse down, mouse up, scroll, move, enter, leave. With key, it's only down or up. But yeah, there's focus and focused. A lot of types of events. Okay. Cool. So this is it, right? Hopefully. I can just remove everything else. Look at that. I remove everything else, and this should handle it. Let's build. EV type is, yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I could have used a ternary, as I said. Well, this is not a ternary. This is like EV type is key. Yeah, but if any other type it is, then it's gonna invalidate. All right, we have some more issues. Unfortunately, no field name up pressed instruct. Input state. Of course, this is now usage. This now has nothing to do with the way we're handling this, but I have forgotten that input state now doesn't have this. It has throttle up, and yeah, it doesn't have pressed up. There is no up and down anymore. And there's another issue. Yeah, of course, nothing is called pressed anymore. It's pitch down, roll left, yaw left, pitch up, right, go right. And that's hopefully it. There it is. It works. Let's see if it really works. And if I turn off use gamepad, oh my god, it works, but it's flipped around for some reason. Oh my god, everything is flipped around. Did I? Yeah, but the bools are correct, so it is correct. Left and right is okay, but pitch should be going down. Yeah, I think I flipped around. Right, I didn't flip them here. I flipped around. Pitch up. Pitch up should be S. Pitch up. Yeah, pitch up should actually be down. And pitch down should be up. Everything else should be... Oh, no. It should be left first. Yeah, that makes sense. And then A and D. So I just flipped them around here. Everything else is fine. There we go. Okay. Removing the gamepad. I'm now using the keys. My god, amazing. Cool stuff. There we go. We have converted those three different things where I had to add for each input. I had to copy one thing 3 times. We turned it into comptime function, which is now spawned at comptime. And yeah, I don't need to keep around these decals num anymore. And I don't need the something either. So there we go. Now we only need to define these things once. Unfortunately, I do have to use pub const because it's not visible if it's not pub. You can't reflect on it. But everything else looks good. So yeah, if I want to add another one, I can just do this, and I can say shut down. Okay, let me actually try that in another. Let's say comptimized input. Now only written once. Cool. Okay, so now that we have that, let me add a like exit key, and it's gonna be escape, and let's test that, right? And now if escape is true, well, here's the thing, right? I don't actually want to track the you know what, this is actually a special case, I just realized, because escape exiting, I don't need to keep track whether it's pressed or not. But yeah, I could actually have another thing that says just if type is dot key down and ev key code is escape, and then I can just say sg shutdown, or there's another thing, I think, so-called shutdown. What was that? I think it was shape quit. Request quit. That's the one. Equals. So yeah, I could either do that, or I could track the exit. And then just say here if input state if input state quit, then do this, right? It's a little cleaner, but then it's going to be part of that no quit in input state. No quit, it's exit. All right, so it works, and if I press escape, there it is. Yeah, well, let's keep it like that, at least for now. But yeah, this should only be used for those that I need to track the value of. All right, so here's the thing. Now that we have the input, and now that we have this list of things, I can do exactly the same thing. I can use exactly the same thing for my parameters, for my how do you call them? For my config parameters as well. And I definitely want to do that. Let's say this is add exit key. Yeah, one more thing that I wanted to do is, well, I wanted to say that this should actually be var, because in the future I want to be able to rebind these. And yeah, another thing that I want to do is I want to be able to provide just like a key to press, which will then map to this key, right, to the enum itself. That would be really cool, instead of using numbers. So that's another thing for the future. But first, I do want to have a config file and I want to basically have something where I can do like config and have a struct which is like, hey, I wanna have what is one of the things, like use gamepad, and that's gonna be a bool, and that's gonna be initialized to false, for example. And then another one would be like full screen, and bool is false. And then oh, sorry, pubconst config is struct, and then for each of these I want to like unroll the loop and go through and save them into an ini file, and then you will automatically have this thing called use gamepad in there. But I should probably use snake case for that. But here's the thing, that's going to be a task for tomorrow, because I'm getting really sleepy and I should go to sleep. So yeah, successfully completed the comptime shenanigans. So yeah, let's do this. Let's continue doing this tomorrow. And I definitely want to get this config written into a file. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, where is my streams? Comptimize input completed. Cool. Thank you, two-step, a lot for everything. And yeah, in the next stream, I want to be reading and writing a config file, like an ini config file. And I want to add, one of the first things that I want to add is I want to add gamepad access bindings to config file. And after that, we're going to remap the keys as well. So yeah, for now, I want to add gamepad access bindings. But after that, I'm going to add key bindings as well. Which means that we're at that point going to convert the const, everything that is const here, where is it? Everything that is const here to a var, so that we can reassign it to something else. All right, so yeah, I just need to push this, and there it is. It has been pushed. You can go into, I was looking at type creation. You can go to, what is the name of it? Drone sim, notke/drone sim, and go to the gamepad support branch, clone this, and zig build run, and you will see this. So yeah, if you wait a minute, I'll post some code to do this, says two-step. I don't know what you mean by some code to do that. But yeah, here we go. This is the game. You can fly around. It's not like, yeah, it doesn't have great FPS here, but it's only because I'm streaming, and OBS takes like 30% of processing power of this little ThinkCenter machine that I'm working on. It's like such a weak computer, but it's surprising what it can do, and it can even render full screen graphics. Look at that. Yeah, but yeah, definitely I'm gonna have to remap all these accesses to something else. And okay, two-step has shown that, okay, he wants me to, or she, I don't know, they want me to see something. Let me write that down. HTTPS. I don't have to do the HTTP. It's Zigbin. Zigbin. I love how Zig has everything on their own. Zigbin.io. Paste or drop your code here. Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that you can just copy and paste code there. And it's going to be highlight. Of course it's going to be highlight. Oh, you can even run. No way. You had no idea about this site. Yeah, 105.672. Everybody. No, I want the Zigbin. Zigbin.io. 105.672. Let's see. Super small. Zoom in. Key enum blah blah blah. Input map struct. Aha, okay. He is trying to tell me how to do the keys, I guess. Input map struct keys. Okay, we have them. Input map bools. Std enum field struct. What the hell? Std enum field struct. Field enum bool false. Input map 0 init. Wait. Okay, first off, there's a few more things. Few things that I see for the first time. For example, what the hell is 0 init? Init anytype. What's the difference between std zeros and 0 init? Is it the same thing? Initialize all fields of the struct with their default value. Or 0 values if no default value is present. Aha. So it uses the default or 0. I didn't know that. But zeros is it just fills everything with zeros. It doesn't care about default. Generally, Zig users are encouraged to explicitly initialize all the fields. Yeah, however, it is recommended that there are sometimes use cases for initializing all fields to a 0 value when interacting with C APIs. Yeah. Let's print out this. Roll false, yo false. And what else did you have? Enum field struct. Std enum field struct. Returns the struct with a field. Returns the struct with a field matching each unique named enum element. If the enum is extern, my brain is failing right now. Wait, let me figure out what's going on here before I fall asleep. Std enum field struct. Okay, so for each of the fields, you create a bool. You create a map of bools. Enum field struct. So for each of the enums, you create a bool. That's the thing. So you create a new type. You create a new type. Unknown type. Yeah, of course. That for each of the enums, you have a new field. Returns a struct with a field matching each unique named enum element. If the enum... Interesting. So how come that exactly what I needed already exists in the standard library? Like, so I can remove half of this code, right? Each field is of type data and has the provided default, which may be undefined. Yeah, enum field returns an enum of the struct fields. Field enum returns an enum with a variant named after each field of T. That is interesting. Like, this is such a specific use case, but it seems like this is the only way you can use this. Okay. So I guess I can replace the whole thing with just this one line, right? Instead of having the comptime stuff, which now I can't find. Yeah, oh, well, it's this one. So instead of having the whole thing, I can just have an enum field struct. I'm still confused because, like, why does it take an enum? It returns an enum with a variant named after each field of T. So is this some kind of like a collection of enums? What is this first thing? Okay, it is the enums. No, wait, it's not the enums. What's the comptime type? And this is also unknown type. I'm confused because this should mean that there's multiple enums, and which they get converted into a struct. Man, my brain just doesn't work anymore. For the way you've defined it. Okay, wait. Field enum returns an enum of the struct fields. There is also std method decl enum. So that declares. So it gives you declarations from enums So for okay, what really confuses me here is that I'm assuming that one of these things should be an array. Because, like, doesn't field enum give you an array of all the stuff? Yeah, it's not an array. It's an enum. Okay, I don't know why I confused myself with thinking that enum is an array, but yeah, it's not an array. You just get an enum that has. So basically, what you get is you get a input map enum, which will have dot throttle up, dot throttle down, etc., right? Pitch up and so on. So that's what you get with this field enum thing. And then with this field struct, enum field struct, you get a struct enum input map enum struct. You get a struct where each of the values is like which each of the fields is named after the enum that we have just created. So And in this case, it's being bool and the default is false. So bool equals false, and so on, right? We're going to have throttle down, we're going to have pitch up, and so on, so on. So yeah, now I figured out what's going on, right? Field enum converts a struct into an enum, and enum field struct converts it back into a struct. That's goddamn. That's both brilliant and mind-blowing and confusing. And the funny thing is, this is exactly what I needed, but instead I went through the for each loops of declarations and fields, and then did all this thing, and I just needed one line. This is all I needed. There's also enum array as the enum array. So that converts, I guess, enums to an array, or it converts an array into an enum. Anyway, here it is with your input map. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing you're just sending me the E7D 662. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, now you're using the decal enum. Yeah, because it's not a field. This is the decal. These are all the decals. And then you're zero initting everything. Input map bools. Yeah, good. Cool. Nice. This is really nice to have you around. Because I would never have known about this. Okay, so yeah, let me just remove this example. And yeah, let's actually convert this since we're already here. I'm just gonna nuke everything. I'm gonna nuke everything because we don't need any of it. The only thing we need is input map bools, which is a type. And I don't even need the input map bools. I'm just gonna return this. And that's it, right? Wait, what are you doing here? Input map. Yeah, so I can just return this, and that would be it. The funny thing is I don't even have to return, because this could just be a const. Sorry, this could be just this. I don't need to return a type now. And enum field struct, this is a type. So we're just going to make an instance of the type. And that's it. And if you say zeros, I think this is the same, right? Let's see. No field name exit. Okay, so maybe there's a problem. Oh yeah, field decal enum. There it is. Is this for real? Are you for real? And that's it. That's all I had to do. Is that all I had to do? Ah, something happened. Oh no, nothing happened. It works. It works. I just needed to take... Oh my god. This is crazy, okay? This is crazy. I had no idea that I just needed one line. I could just remove everything. This is great. Cool. So, no returning types from a comptime function. This is all you really needed. So yeah, Zig two-step here says Zig stdlib has some neat stuff in it. The only issue with my way is that std meta might eventually, because of orphaned, strip down a lot. Andrew doesn't like it much. Too much comp time for him. Oh, it doesn't like comp time. So, well, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of comp time that much. Like, well, the only thing that I like comp time for is stuff like that. Like, okay, you can just reflect on the loop through structs, create a type that can do stuff. But yeah, I think that there's like, you can go really far with comp time, and yeah, that's not great. But for stuff like this and generic functions, for example, comp time is great. Anyway, so yeah, now that everything works again, we can leave it here. And look at that. I've just look how many stuff I've removed, and I added just one line, and it does all the stuff that I already programmed it to do. Is there anything I'm missing? A line of bool? No. This is basically the same thing. So there you go. Commit this. Turned the whole comp time function to one line of std. Glad to catch. Thanks to two-step. There you go. You're now in the commit. And let's push that. There you go. Okay. Well, yeah. Nice to hang around and nice to convert everything to comp time. My God, I did like what, 4 hours, 3 hours of streaming in total today. No, I did actually a lot more, but with just like this comp time thing. And I could have just replaced it with like one line of a comp time function. Anyway, yeah, that's all for today. So tomorrow I'm gonna add configs. I'm gonna add writing into a file with an ini config. Yeah, hopefully that's gonna happen tomorrow. All right. See you next time. Good night. My name is in the history book. Yeah. Well, that was a great shortcut, is all I can say. Might try using enum array too. Might be simpler to assign fields. Oh yeah. Ooh, there was a huge lighting outside. Yeah, and by the way, the gamepad still works, so I'm just playing on keypad because the keyboard. There it is, the lightning. Yeah, but yeah, that's cool. Might try using enum array too. Might be simpler to assign fields. I'll check it out tomorrow. There's a lot of cool stuff to check out. All right, so that was it for the final time. Good night, goodbye. See you hopefully tomorrow.